tell you about our Chevrolet Nova. Last year, Motor Service and Service Station Management magazine surveyed independent mechanics, and Nova was voted the car with the least mechanical problems. Chevrolet wants your new Nova to be the best car you ever owned. Chevrolet, building a better world.
Welcome to the channel, folks. Clunkers and Classics, where we are restoring this 72 Nova, episode number 10. Just rinsed off the 78 Nova, which I restored last time. If you're new, I got the whole playlist on taking this thing from a non-runner junker to looking like this. Now, I wanted to show you the stereo in it. Just installed the stereo. It's in there real tight. Ashtray works.
If your current rate is over 3.75%, you could lower your payment by over
I gotta clean that screen off a little bit.
But you've got to act now.
But
no one knows how
yeah, it wouldn't have fit in this anyway.
So when you need a simple way to
I don't have a remote for it, but it's got all kinds of functions on it. But I just really need the CD player works. Just this, all I need is a CD and a radio. The rest of this crap I don't need. So yeah, that's it. Gas gauge works good. I put 4 or 5 gallons in there, so it's reading like a little over quarter tank. So yeah, she's about ready to cruise. I just need to go down and get the plates for it, you know, change the title in my name and get the plates and everything, and I'll probably be cruising it around. Okay, let me turn off the radio here so we don't get copyrighted. Hate to unplug Judas Priest, but okay. So last episode we had all this front end apart, painted everything black, and this episode we're going to put on the 2 fenders and the hood, and we're going to repair this plastic piece below here. Now, I'm not going to do that until I get the fenders on. The fenders mount up into here. I don't want to put any stress on this plastic. I can't repair it off, because if I repaired it off, then I put it on there, there's gonna be stress and it's gonna re-crack. So because it's got about 8 screws all along here, so it's all mounted in there. Now we want it mounted here, although I'm not putting in the wheel wells. I'll have to check, but I think the fender bolts to this and the wheel well bolts to this here. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave the wheel wells out so I can access stuff, mainly this wiring easily, and well, you know, and the exhaust and stuff like that. Although, see, I put these I just took them off. I had the Nova emblems on here, and they had 2 little nuts on the end there. Well, I laid this fender up here, and I was thinking of after it's painted I'd put them in, but you can't fit your hand in between here and the fender to get at those 2 nuts here. You only got about 1 inch. So I guess those 2 nuts are probably from the emblems are off that quarter panel on the 68. I would imagine, I can't remember, but I'd imagine that the Nova emblems on these 69 to 72 they got the little deals that push in, and then the emblem pushes in on top of them. So Anyway, that's one reason I was going to leave the wheel wells out, was so I could access that, but I can't anyway with the fenders on, and I'm not painting the fenders out the car. It needs too much adjustments. Okay, this fender here, if you watched the previous episodes, it was all caved in here, and you probably can't see it, but I just dollied it all out pretty close. Right there. It's pretty close, and it's one reason I'll leave the wheel well out too. I can get in here and dolly it out a little bit better if I need to. This side here is okay, but this side, you'll need a little patch panel right there, little patch. I'll have to make that run. Not on this episode. So yeah, we're gonna put on the fenders, the hood, and the hood springs and all that, and get all this bolted up where it's supposed to be, because you know I don't even have these bolts on here tight yet. I gotta tighten up the motor mounts. Okay, so we're gonna get that done first. Okay, so and then we'll repair this plastic here. I got a little piece here I need to cut out, and we're gonna glue that on there with JB weld. That JB weld is the same stuff as rubber bumper repair epoxy. It goes on there, it bonds to anything, and it sands real easy. So we're gonna be putting it in. I'm not sure what this is for. If anybody knows, let me know, because it's got 2 holes in the metal reinforcement below it and 2 here. I don't know what the hell they're for. Unless they're for little rivets or something, I don't know. So yeah, we're just gonna put epoxy in there, sand it down, and probably paint this factory silver. We're gonna reinforce this crack here, fix this crack, and probably paint that silver. I think they all come silver. So anyway, I'll be back when I get that done, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay guys, I got the whole front end together. I'll go over it here. I went ahead and put in the wheel wells, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get at that emergency brake stuff down there, but I figure I'd put it on there. It was kind of a pain in the ass, all the way that wheel well bolts all up to the radiator support and everything. But anyway, got the fenders, radiator support, hood hinges, hood, everything's on there. And and I did some wiring. I extended this yellow wire here so it fits up where it's supposed to. I'll probably put some wire looming stuff around there, but I'm just gonna get it set up for now, make sure it starts and everything works. We got the new battery cables. I don't know, do they not make red cables anymore for positive? Because I went to O'Reilly's and got this, they didn't have any red, so I had to get another black. So negative and positive are both black, so I had to put some wires on for the signal deal and put another positive wire there. A bunch of wires were been rigged up. There's one wire here, I don't know where it goes to. That's how it was on the 68, big red one. I'll check that later, but we know it starts and runs. That's why I don't want to mess with it too much, because if it doesn't start in this, then it's something else, which we're gonna have the problems with that fuse block there, wiring harness. Okay, so I got that done. It closes, opens and closes great. It's not the best alignment, used a lot of shims. You know, these old cars there, a lot of shims on it. And I know my slab, concrete slab slopes down a little bit there, but that thing's sitting way low in the ass end, or the front end's real high. It's originally a 6-cylinder car, so it should have the right springs in there, unless whoever put the V8 in there put in bigger springs. I don't know. And of course, it's 68. It's the ass end's in the grass. Of course, the engine's out, but it really went really high without the engine in it. Okay, so I got pulled it up on the slab and cleaned it up a little bit. I'm going to jack up the ass end and check out underneath there. Going to check the rear end, take the cover off, make sure the gears aren't broke or nothing. Check the air shocks. I'm going to take out the gas tank, stuff like that. And the ass end's beat up. Probably have to take the brackets. Brackets are probably bent on this end here. But I'll probably just reuse that bumper, but that'll come off eventually because I got 2 patch panels to put on the bottom, the quarter panels. This panel here is all Bondo. Eventually, I take out the tail lights, strip that down. It's all bent here. Somebody took a crowbar and tried to open the trunk. So that's going to be straightened up. Here's the old Bondo here. You can tell from the inside. Now I should probably just replace that, but it's not rusted out or nothing. It's just dented. So I could probably straighten out a lot better than it was. Okay, but I think I'll put some JB weld on these cracks here. Now, somebody commented on a forum that they're like, oh, they're only $48 at Speedway. Yeah, they're 48, but that's with, it's $92 with shipping and tax and everything. And then he said he had one, he was just gonna mail it to me. But this thing is not easy to take off. If you Nova guys know, you can't just, you know, take this off in 5 minutes. You got to take the whole core support brackets and everything off, pull this whole grill and everything as an assembly just to get at these little screws behind here. And then this is wrapped up underneath the wheel well and bolted to the fender in there. It's just really, it's a real pain in the ass to do. And since I got it back together, I'll just go ahead and fix it. So I might come back with a little Jeep and fix that. I just got some other things to do right now before I get started on the ass end of this. I don't know, I'm deciding on that other hood because of this rust. There's rust on the inside of this and I can't get at it. This rust hole here. I can fix it easy enough, I just don't want it to come back. But all underneath it's all rusty. You know, I close the hood a bunch of times and little flakes of rust come out. So even though it's a straight hood and it's an easy fix, the other hood over there is a lot better. Okay, when I said I haven't decided on a color yet, I was thinking orange, because mainly my other cars, you know, can't go yellow. GTO's yellow, the Le Mans is purple, the 78 over here is silver. I got a Corvette that's red. That car used to be white. I painted it red. And then I got a bunch of black ones because black's my favorite color. The 70 Nova I had when I was a kid that I drove for 10 years. Well, it was originally this blue color, but I painted it black. First car I ever painted. Turned out great. I painted it black with silver stripes. Maybe later on in this series well, I don't have a scanner to scan pictures. Bring out some old pictures there. But black wise, I got the El Camino, the Aspen RT, the Corvette, my 99 Camaro, my Silverado truck. I got a lot of black vehicles, so I don't know about painting it black. So I was thinking orange in the back of my mind. And then a couple of people said what I was thinking, paint it orange, because you don't have an orange one. So I was thinking orange or red, and a lot of you commented paint it red too. So I don't know whether I should do a poll or just put in the comments whether you'd like to see it red or orange. But I haven't decided yet. At the paint store they might have some other colors already there for real cheap that, you know, they either mixed up and nobody bought, or it's in their back room. So I could change my mind on it. So anyway, let me get the ass end jacked up, and we're gonna do that. I got some other things to do first. It might be tomorrow before I get rolling on that. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay guys, give you a peek under here. I already started, there's the tailpipes there I took off. I don't think I can reuse them for anything. Pretty rusty. Rear brakes are pretty thin. Well, this side is real thin, just worn out. And we got all the new stuff off the 68. I don't know how to test this air shock. I put air in and this thing moved, but I can't stop the air. I'll try something else. If not, I'll have to buy a new some new plastic lines there. Okay, we'll get under here, take a look. The rear end moves. Moves really free anyway. I think it'll be alright. And like I said, there's no holes or nothing. It's just all surface rust. I don't like all these friggin' vents. 4 vents going into that box there in the trunk. I don't know if I could block them off and just put one on there. This is the fuel line here that goes up to the engine. Just that one. Then it's got, what, 4 lines into here, and then there's one on the other side. One going up over there too. And I don't know, I'll have to do some research on that. If anybody knows, let me know if I can block them off. Because the one on my 69 Chevelle, it just has the one fuel line coming out to the engine, and then it just has a little plastic deal that sticks up here with a, not a cotton swab, but you know, with that little filter thing. That's the only vent in the 69. Oh, that one over there. No. This one here. This one here goes up to the front of the engine and runs on that side for the vent to the charcoal canister. I guess there's supposed to be a charcoal canister there. I'm not sure on a 72. Okay, so yeah, it's just surface rust. It's not too bad, and I think the rear end's okay. So I got new quarter patch panels, but right inside here is all rusty. Gonna have to make a patch panel there. I think it's okay up in the wheel well, but it's gonna have to be all grinded out. I'd like to get, see, my 74 GTO, which is the same quarters, well, the same wheel wells. I got a patch panel that went from here and across for like 40 bucks. But the one, I haven't looked real close, but the ones I've seen already, they're like charge over freight, oversized freight shipping or some shit. But the last time it was like 40 something bucks shipped. Like I said, it went up here, and I put that whole panel in my GTO. You see there's some Bondo and some rust here. What I'd like to do is just put it maybe up to about here. Put in this wheel well patch panel up to about here. And then this panel. Instead of a whole quarter. I mean, if I can get this for 40 bucks, I think these were like 50, 45, 50. So for 100 bucks instead of like 300 and something for a whole quarter. Because the rest of the quarter panel, all this stuff here is good. And plus you'd be putting in a big old seam like I did on the 78 across here anyway on a full quarter. So I'd rather just buy a couple of patches as the rest of it. And I know this is Bondo here, but from the inside it doesn't look bad. It looks like it's just a little skim or something. Okay, let's look under this way. See, it's just all surface rust, nothing rotted through. And just pour 15 all that. Probably better soak. I haven't had any bolts break out this thing yet, but I'll probably soak these two for the gas tank. Bring that down. Looks like it's caved in here. And it's probably shot. So I don't know. See, I could put in an older one. Well, I could probably take that one off the 68, but that's probably shot too. The guy I bought it from had it bypassed. But if I can buy one without 4 extra vent holes, or just one vent hole, I think that'll be good enough. Okay, so that's what she looks like under here. That rear end looks well used. This thing looks like it's got 1,000,000 miles on it with all that grease and crap there. Then I'm fixing to scrape all that off. Well, probably later on. Do the gas tank first and change the rear end fluid. So anyway, just give you a quick peek under here. I'll be back. Okay guys, it's the next day. Little kitty here eating some dog food. And the dog over there wanting to play with horse apple or a rock. I'm not sure which. Okay, so today we're going to I put on some of that JB Weld. Like I said, it's the same as that rubber bumper epoxy repair stuff. So I put a couple of coats on there. Got the cracks all flush. And basically we're just going to sand it with some scrap 80 grit sandpaper. I don't know if I'll get it painted today. Probably sand it down. Probably have to put another little skim coat on it. Then prime it. Well, I don't know if I'll prime it or not. But yeah, like I said, it's the same as that bumper epoxy, and it sands real easy. You just keep at it, keep sanding it flush, and go over it with 180. Then prime it. Sand all this stuff with like 320, 400. And this is all got to be. You can't really take a. You got to do it all by hand. You can't really get a DA sander in there or nothing. You just pretty much go like this. Sand it all down real good. See, I got a little crack right there too. I'll put a little bit on there. Probably got to fill in a little bit in here. So I'll just be, I call finger fucking all that. And this area here is to put in. That's where I put in that little piece. Okay, and gonna get that done today, and then been meaning to do this rear package tray here for a while now. I think I'll do that. I'd cut out this cardboard and mark the speakers. I'm going to cut them out, mount the speakers, recover this and get that mounted in there. So I'm gonna do that. And I'll show you a little bit as I go. Okay, so I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, finished the first sanding. I got a little crack there, gotta fix. See, just need to put a little bit more on there. Those two, I don't know what they were for, rivets or something, I just filled them in. But yeah, just a little skim more and should be ready for final sanding and prime and paint it. I'll be back. Okay guys, fixing to cover up this rear deck. The vinyl you buy off eBay anyway, this is the length of the roll this way, and it's about an inch short on each side. See, so you got to order more than enough and do it diagonally like that. So then you get then you know, cut it like this so you can overlap it. So anyway, I'm fixing to cut that out and then use contact cement and glue it on there. And I'm gonna leave a little overhanging on the back, probably about this much, so I can push it down and glue it behind where the rear seat goes. So I'll be back. Okay guys, there it is, the vinyl all glued on there. I'm laid down, fixing to put the speakers on in there. Okay guys, the screws that came with these speakers aren't long enough. I'm gonna have to go to Lowe's hardware store and get some longer screws to fit all the way through there. But anyway, these are those speakers I mentioned before in another video, but I said they were like 50 bucks, but they're only like 29. Okay, so I don't know, I'll do it later. You can picture it done, but anyway, that rear deck's done. So we got that little job out of the way, other than the screws. And got this filler panel done. I'll probably wait till the whole car's closer to being painted before I prime and paint this, because I don't even know what color I want to paint it, whether they're all silver or body color. I may paint it the body color. But thanks to that guy, I think his name's Steve, for offering to send me one, but I got it covered. Okay, so I think I'll end this video. Save all the rear end stuff for next video. Gas tank and shocks and all that stuff. And brakes. So anyway, got quite a bit done in this video. Got the whole front end together. It's starting to look like a car now. So yeah, subscribe if you haven't. Bottom right hand corner of the screen, hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And like, comment, share, all that stuff. And I haven't named I just called the cat Kitty. I know a bunch of y'all said I should name it Nova, but I just been calling it Kitty, and it comes and everything comes when I call it. And then Puppy, her real name's Shadow, but I've just been calling her Puppy ever since I've had her. She's I think she's about 10 now. She's getting old. Okay, so forget what else I wanted to mention. I wanted to mention something else, but anyway. Oh yeah, it's gonna be in the 50s in the next couple of days. It's like, I don't know, it's about 78 degrees out here now. It's not very sunny, cloudy, but some cold front's coming in, gonna be in the 50s, which is cold for me, but I know you guys up in Canada, you're in your t-shirts if it's in the 50s, but anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna do a bunch of running around tomorrow. We'll get some videos of, I'm gonna go down and get the tags and everything for the Nova tomorrow. Since it's gonna be in the 50s, I'm gonna do some errands and running around. So I get a video of that, a driving video of that coming up once I get it. I already got it insured through the Haggerty, but I didn't take y'all for a ride. I took my Firebird there for a ride. I hadn't driven it in about 6 months. Took that out for a cruise. So anyway, yeah, I don't know how much work I'll get done in the next few days. That's why I'm gonna end this video now. I've just been out here working every day for the last few days. It's been in the 70s. I knew the cold front was coming. Wanted to get that front end on there, cover up the engine and all that from the supposed to rain. I don't know, it's supposed to, last few times they said it was going to rain. The last few weeks it didn't. I mean, I haven't had no rain here for about 2 months, but now they said a 40% chance tonight, so who knows. It's coming, I guess, one of these days. But yeah, we'll get that rear end. I got all this stuff here. Got the oil change to do, tranny fluid change to do, rear end fluid change, all that stuff. I got seat brackets to kind of make for these seats. Yeah, some guy commented, don't put them Subaru seats in there. Well, you want to buy me a set of original 68-72 Nova seats there, you're welcome to spend a few grand and buy me a nice set, and I'll put them in. But until then, I'm putting in what I got laying around. Okay, so yeah, we got that. We got the rear seat here to recover. It's all kinds of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. We're rolling along on her. Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next video.